Everyone, this video is all about enriched learning environments. So we throw this term around a lot in the world of applied behavioral analysis. How can we enrich our learning environment? So in other words, how can we make time in more reinforcing than time out in our classrooms to where kids would rather participate than not participate in class activities because there's more reinforcement to access through participation than off-task behavior or non-participation. So three tips I have for enriching the learning environment. The first one is to maintain a physically and emotionally safe learning environment. So you can do that by clarifying expectations, being consistent with expectations, following through with expectations, reviewing expectations frequently with students, reflecting on expectations to see if there's room for adaptation, a need for adaptation based on changes within the classroom. You can also do that by building rapport with your students, greeting students when they walk in, thanking them at the end of the day for their effort and attendance, interacting with students during non-instructional times, building in positive interactions through high behavior specific praise to corrective feedback ratios, non-contingent reinforcement, but making the learning environment to where it's physically and emotionally safe for students. So that's one tip. Another one is to make instruction more relevant. You can do this by bringing interest experiences of your students into activities. One of my favorite things to do with kids is to find out what they're excited about, reaching out to families too. What would be a perfect day for your kid? What would be the top thing they'd want to do after school or on the weekend, and incorporate those opportunities into class to make learning more relevant. Finding out what older kids want to do after graduating from high school, bringing in current events, bringing in potential career opportunities into activities to make learning more relevant. Also, incorporating choice-making opportunities to promote a shared governance approach in the classroom is a great way to make class instruction more relevant and engaging for students. And the last tip, we typically do more of what we're successful at, whether we're kids or adults. So if we can increase the opportunity students have to consistently and immediately access success in our classroom, we can facilitate student engagement. We can use interventions such as the pre-MAC principle, behavioral momentum to make sure our kids are being successful early and often, using formative assessment, scaffolding instruction to make sure that we are adapting instruction in alignment with student needs. So three tips for enriching learning environments, making time in more reinforcement than time out for our students.